All right, we back. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. One time for the one time we grinding. Shout out to the entire LDBC. We working, all right. And Mayweather's supposed to come back and tune up sometime this year, in Japan. And I think these are his two viable choices. Okay, other guys he probably could tune up against could be, a guy like John Molina, Lamont Peterson, who actually allegedly broke his ribs in sparring and set the Marquez fight and made that get moved back. Guys like that, okay? But I think these two fighters that he should give a tune-up to, should be his tune-up. I think him and Adrien Broner ring bells. Would that fight be better if it was in America? Yeah. That's probably the only thing wrong with that fight. Excuse me. It's because it would be in America. It should be in America, but a lot of people don't believe Floyd gonna fight in Japan. Think it's gonna eventually come back to Vegas, but like I say, I think Adrien Broner and Floyd makes sense, and I think a Zab rematch makes sense. As far as the tune-up and giving a brother like Zab a payday. Now, let me make my case for a Zab rematch. Zab is supposed to be fighting Keith Thurman. Allegedly, nothing has become finalized. But I think, if you want an exhibition / tune-up fight in Japan, why not give him Zab Judah versus Floyd Mayweather 2? I know people say, say it's going to be a tune-up. It's not going to be Earl. It's not going to be Terrence. It's not going to be none of those guys, all right? You know that. It's not going to be none of them dudes, all right? But, why not give Zab a spin, okay? Zab, last nice payday for Zab Judah. He been fighting. He been active. I think he fought in Canada a couple months ago. So it makes sense, okay? Zab Judah is still a hell of an athlete. Still got quick hands. We know they had bad blood. They mended their beefs after the fight. There was suspensions handed down to Roger Mayweather and stuff of that nature. But in my opinion, it makes sense. Go ahead and fight a guy that's still active, a guy that probably can use the payday, and a rematch that could have happened. You know what I'm saying? Floyd still dominated the fight, but in the beginning, Zab, did drop him his gloves, did touch the canvas. And, he was getting his Zab ass, and then Zab wanted to quit. Okay, that's exactly what happened. But Floyd and Zab makes sense, or Floyd and Adrien makes sense. Him and Floyd and Adrien been having this little small beef back and forth. And it kind of will send a message to the younger fighters. You know what I'm saying? Respect your elders. Okay? Respect your elders. And if you respect your elders, if you don't respect your elders, this is how I'm going to do you. And spank them right in front of the tank. And AB, I'm not saying that he deserved a payday, but, he basically been calling Floyd out for a long time. Basically, he been begging to get his butt whooped. All this time, him crying out to Floyd. He did call Floyd out after the Ashley Theophane fight. All this time, him wanting Floyd attention. It's all about he probably need to shoot the fair one with him. All right, one of them got to catch a fade. And I think, putting on a good product in Japan, Tokyo, Japan, will be good for boxing globally. Boxing is humongous over there. And to really put on a great show from the Americans, I think it makes sense. But like I said, the Zab fight make the most sense for Floyd. Okay, it makes 100% the absolute most sense. Okay, you go over there, y'all both get your bank mask, your ski mask on, rob the bank, get from over there. Okay, the Broner fight kind of makes sense to be if Pacquiao fall out. If you want to continue to fight the Pacquiao, fight Broner because that's an instant sell. Okay, it makes sense. All right. Because over here in America, that'd be huge. Despite Broner's shortcomings of recent, people gonna buy into Adrien Broner and Floyd. It could be one of his highest selling pay-per-views because, Broner been beefing with Floyd. They're gonna go back and forth. He gonna talk his shit. It's gonna be more of the pageantry that sell the fight than the hands and putting hands on each other in the ring. And Al gonna get a hell of a cut. AB gonna make some money, and Floyd gonna make a hell of a lot of money. There's big money fights out there for Floyd for low risk, and it's a good money fight for Zab Judah. That's a low risk. Come back, beat Pacquiao again, fight Broner. Shit, he probably make almost a fucking $1 billion again just in those 3 fights, and then not to mention he still got Conor McGregor over there. 4 fights, Floyd Mayweather can make shit anywhere from 100 to another $250 million in those 4 fights apiece. It makes sense, you know, for Floyd. It makes sense for Broner. It makes sense for Zab. It makes sense for Pacquiao. It makes sense for Conor McGregor. 4 more fights and get the hell up out of there. And this time, don't go betting your money and fuck your money up. All 4 are beatable opponents, but all 4 make sense for the slot that I'm telling you guys they fit in. Zabs is a perfect tune-up over there in Japan, and then all that shit Keith Thurman was talking, you could snatch Keith Thurman opponent from him. So Keith gotta go look otherwise for another opponent. Okay. You know, then you fight Pacquiao. You know, suckers still gonna buy into the Pacquiao rematch, gonna buy into the shoulder excuse. Then you could roll into the Conor McGregor fight. You know, go right into that Conor McGregor fight, roll into that, beat his ass. Then you could top it off with Adrien Broner. Them big money fights with Floyd. Makes sense, but you know, we say about boxing, if it's too right, boxing just ain't gonna do it. All right. But it's the Boxing Clinic and more. Your boy CJ Goodfella. Much blessings to the brothers and the sisters across the way. I definitely appreciate everybody supporting the Boxing Clinic and more. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And also, if you want to donate, the PayPal link is in the description. Most definitely appreciate it. If you can't donate, you know, share the videos on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Share to people who talk sports and boxing. And we're going to continue to, you know, light the airwaves up and do what we does. You know what I'm saying? And, talk boxing. I probably got 1 or 2 more videos coming tonight, so y'all be on the lookout for those videos, man. Probably 1 more boxing video, then 1 non-boxing video as well. So I definitely appreciate all the love. Shout out to the Lions Den boxing community. Shout out to CB Sports TV. Shout out to Cali Digma, my boy Corey Lee Boxing. Y'all go subscribe to those brothers as well, putting in real, true work. We gone.